What's up, everybody? Mono's NFL here, back with another video. So, like I always say, we're gonna get straight into it. I'm not gonna waste nobody's time. So, if you stay tuned to, my two previous videos, I talked about how I went to Nashville, Tennessee, and I went to the Scouting and Recruiting Symposium. And I just want to say thanks to my stepdad, Brandon, because he helped get me there. He drove and paid for everything, so I really appreciate him. But I went there and I learned a lot of things. Like, I'm not gonna say I thought I knew it all, because obviously I didn't know it all, but I thought I knew a lot of things. But going to that symposium just taught me so much more things that I did not know. Like, if I didn't go there, I wouldn't have known a lot of those things. And I just wanted to share a few things that were really important to me that I learned, because maybe it can help somebody out that's aspiring to work in NFL like I am. But if anybody is, wants to work in scouting, recruiting in college or anything like that, I suggest that y'all go to the symposium next year. They have it every year. They've been doing it, since 2018. It's always been in Nashville. I definitely suggest that you go there. I plan to go there every year for like the rest of my life. No lie. It's just an amazing event. You learn a lot of things. You meet a lot of people, and it's just a good event that you should go to if that's what you aspire to be, like, working in the NFL and things like that. I just have, 5 things on my list that I just wanted to share with you guys that may help y'all out. So number 1 is never stop educating yourself with books. So reading has something that I have, been recently getting more into. I started buying a lot of books last year, and I've been reading a lot of books. But when I went to that event, a lot of people recommended a lot of different types of books that help them, be a scout or just help them in overall life. So I went to that event last week, and since then, I have bought 5 books. So I just wanted to show y'all the books that I bought. So the first book is called the Informational Interview Playbook. So this book, I didn't read it yet, but I talked to an agent there and he recommended this book. It's a book that he recommends to everybody that he talks to. And it just talks about how being professional, things like that. It says theories about career advancement and achieving success. So I'm definitely going to read this soon. It doesn't look like a long book. It has about like 120 something pages. So I should definitely finish this book soon. But this is the first book that I bought. The second book that I bought is called Thinking in Bets. This is what it looks like. It is by Annie Duke. It says, it talks about making smarter decisions when you don't and having all the facts. And yeah, I heard that this book is really good. So maybe y'all might want to check that book out. The next book is called Blink. That's what it looks like. It talks about the power of thinking without thinking by Malcolm Gladwell. The next book is called Thinking Fast and Slow. I haven't read none of these books yet. I just got them. But this one is by Daniel Kahneman. And yeah, I guess it just talks about thinking fast and slow. I don't know yet. And the last book is Super Communicators by Charles Duguid. And this is another book that they recommended. All books they recommended. So those are just a few books. But basically what I'm trying to say is continue to educate yourself with books. One of my best friends, Tommy, he told me something that really stuck with me. He told me that you can only cook with the ingredients that you have. And you can only go through situations in life with the knowledge that you have. And if you don't have no knowledge, you cannot go through those situations. So reading books give you the knowledge that you need to get through situations. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing that, that just stuck with me. Just continue to educate yourself about football and life in general. So those books are the books that they recommended to me and that I'm going to read and that I'm not recommending to you. The next thing I had on my list that I wanted to share with you guys is the importance of conviction, work ethic, and coachability. So the Bears GM Ryan Poles was there, and he talked about the things that he look for in scouts that he is hiring. And I'm going into my junior year, so I have a couple years until I start applying for scouting jobs and things like that. But if I could master these 3 skills, that should help me get a job in the NFL or in the college ranks. You know what I'm saying? So the importance of conviction. He stated that when the scouts are in front of everybody and they're trying to get the other scouts to see why they like this player so much, try to get the GM to draft that player, he liked to see conviction. He don't want to see somebody be like, oh yeah, I think this player is really fast, and somebody be like, oh, he's not that fast, and you're like, oh yeah, maybe he's not that fast. Like he wants you to be like, this player is fast, boom, like just show conviction into why you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? That's really important. The next thing he talked about is work ethic, having a strong work ethic. If you don't have a strong work ethic, you're going to be rotated out. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a strong work ethic to work in the NFL. And the last thing he was talking about was just coachability. You don't know it all. You can always learn. Continue to educate yourself and just be willing to learn. And, I plan to master all those 3 skills. And I bet that will help me out a lot. The next thing I wanted to talk about is something that the Jaguars director of scouting told me. He told me to be where your feet are. He told me, don't think about your next job. Don't just be rooted where your feet are. You know what I'm saying? And that really stuck with me. Like, he told me, don't go around telling people that you want to be a GM. Just be rooted where your feet are. And that really stuck with me. And basically what I learned from that is just, I need to realize what point in life am I at right now. I am a scouting intern for Old Dominion University. So that's all I need to be worried about. And it's something that Kurt Curbstreet said, because he was also there. He talked about killing that door. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people just said the same thing. Like, don't worry about the future. Kill that door. Be where you at and kill it. So the only thing on my mind, I'm not worried about becoming a GM anymore. I'm not worried about, working in the NFL. I'm worried about being a scouting intern for Old Dominion University and killing that. Being the best scouting intern I can be. And if I can be the best scouting intern I can be, there should be no reason why I would not succeed. You know what I'm saying? So basically just, be where your feet are and kill the opportunity that you have in that moment. So the opportunity that I have, like I said, is being a scouting intern, and I'm gonna kill that opportunity. And another thing that somebody said is just, if like you just did everything that I just said, the money and the promotion is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Don't be worried about, I need to do this and do this and do this to get promoted, or I need more money and da-da-da. And like, no, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that will come if you put in the hard work. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about, all this extra stuff. Just be where your feet are, work really hard, and the money and the promotion will come. But yeah, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about is when you're networking and reaching out to people, be organic. And you can be professional, but don't be too professional. You don't want to talk to these people like a robot, because these are still people at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And do not copy and paste messages. A lot of things that they talked about at this symposium is that when people reach out to them, they know it's a copy and paste. They know it's not organic. People just reach out to these people just looking for jobs. Like, no, you have to build a personal connection with these people first. I think that's what people forget, is that these people are actually people. They have feelings. You know what I'm saying? These are not just people that you just reach out to for jobs. Like, no, you need to build a relationship with these people. So for anybody that's looking to network with people in the jobs that you want to be in, be organic, be professional, but not too professional, because there's no such thing as being too professional. And don't copy and paste a message. Don't have every message be the same. Every person that I reached out to that's in a position that I want to be in, I never sent the same message. You know what I'm saying? So that was the fourth thing that I learned that I think is really important. But the last thing, that something that also really stuck with me, is they talked about reasons why they missed on players, reasons why players were bust to them. You know what I'm saying? And somebody said because they didn't get the full medical history. That's why that player didn't work out, because they end up finding out that this player tore their hamstring in like 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? But if you're, and this is like a college scout, it was looking for high school talent. You know what I'm saying? But if you're looking for high school talent, you're not really thinking about what did this person do in middle school or elementary school. But that stuff is important, because that person tore their hamstring in 8th grade and it never got healed correctly how it's supposed to. And another thing they talked about is like, while getting the full medical history, you need to know all the surgeries they had, if they've been in any car accidents and stuff like that, because that stuff is really important. What if this person got in a car accident in 5th grade and now their brain might be a little messed up? Like, you need to know things like this. You need to know if they tore their hamstring in middle school. Like, that is really important. And I think that's what every, evaluator wants to avoid, is somebody that doesn't pan out for their program. So that's something that really stuck with me. When I, get older and I have my jobs in the football world, I'm going to be looking for full medical history. I'm going to ask every single player, what surgeries have you had? Have you been in any car accidents, any major injuries, anything like that? Because that's really important. But those are the 5 tips that I have, that I learned from the Scouting and Recruiting Symposium. I appreciate everybody that's staying tuned, to my podcast. I really do appreciate it. I can make a part 2 to this video. I think that might be my next episode. I think I'm going to do a part 2, because I did learn a lot of great things. But if y'all want a part 2, like the video and subscribe. But I appreciate it.